Hey, everybody, and welcome to Pastrami Nation Popcorn, the home of everything movies, televisions, anything like that, and more. My name is Nolan Smith, and joining us today is Rebecca Benson.
Hello.
And the host of Pastrami Nation Popcorn, Mr. Kevin Hoskinson.
Hey, guys. Woo, me. Yay. That's great. How you guys doing?
Doing great. How about you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Working a lot, all that stuff, but doing pretty good. Otherwise, still coming off the high of the interview we did on Monday night.
Absolutely.
With,
was
the team for Red Light.
Yes, the Red Light team. That was amazing. That was incredible.
Guys, it was so great.
Check it out.
Yeah, it's up on YouTube.
It's up on YouTube. You can also find us on iTunes, Spotify, Google,
Pinterest,
podcasts, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so you will see that and check it out. It was a lot of fun. We got to learn about it.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and got to talk to the director, Alex Kowon. What's that? Kowon. I knew that, and of course Ted Raimi, which was awesome, and that was a really cool experience.
It was so cool. Yeah. It was so great. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out. That movie will be available for you to see at some point before this year's over. So if you watch the interview.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, definitely check that out. So, so today we have a few things to talk about. Some really cool stuff has happened over the last few days. One of the things that I'm really excited for, I know you are too, Nolan, and we're all big fans of the series, but Netflix is doing an Assassin's Creed TV show, which is going to be super exciting. I really like, Netflix is doing really well with their adaptations. I personally haven't watched Witcher yet, which I know I'm a little bit.
One episode and I loved it. I just haven't had the time to watch it, but they did such a great job. And The Witcher being such a well-known game, well-known book, and to adapt it the way they did, Henry Cavill doing what he does, I have such high hopes for what they can do on Assassin's Creed. But for those who may not be familiar, what is Assassin's Creed about?
So Assassin's Creed is about, a couple of different things. It's kind of hard to describe the series, but basically what you are is you play as an assassin, and you're some modern day elements mixed with the element of whatever part of history you're playing in. Ultimately is about the war between the assassins and the Templars and how all that came to be, and all kinds of stuff. So,
you're like, it's kind of hard to describe, and then he's like,
I tell you,
it's exactly what it is, and it's a great series because each installment takes place in a different time in history. There are a couple sequels that are spin-offs, I guess they're more like, that take place. I think for part 2, you have all the Ezio stuff and everything like that, which kind of takes place in the same world or in the same point of history. But otherwise, you have the Renaissance game takes place during the in the Caribbean during the pirates.
The Egyptian, the Greek one.
Yeah,
and then
exactly. And you even have
the new one.
Yeah, Valhalla. Yeah, it takes place in Vikings. Super cool. I think fans of the series are super excited about the Vikings setting for that, because I've been waiting for that too. So that's going to be really cool. It comes out next month, doesn't it?
Yeah, I got mine's reserved. I'm ready.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to play it. I honestly still haven't finished Odyssey yet because it's so massive. I've been what's that?
I haven't finished Odyssey yet, and I didn't even finish the Egyptian one.
Dude, I finished Origins. That one took forever, but Odyssey is I've had it since launch day, and I'm still.
I have the still
in a way.
Everything. I had it since day one.
Oh man,
they suck you in. They're such engrossing games.
Yeah,
and I think you did such a great job of describing it, because that's exactly it. It's that assassin sect placed throughout history, starting with Altair.
Yes,
my favorite of the assassins, who chopped off a finger so he could put a blade there, and it goes through history. So if you're a history buff, I really think that it'll appeal to you. The whole historical part, matching it with assassin weaponry and whatnot, I always loved that. Seeing it's Ezio and Altair use the blade that popped out of the wrist gauntlet.
Yeah.
Then you had other people that used axes. You had people that used guns. You know,
Yeah.
I love that, but it's still so stylish. So it'll be cool to see how they incorporate that action. I think we're going to see some kind of like John Wick style
Yeah.
feeling, which I think if anybody watches anything with Pastrami Nation, you know how much we absolutely love John Wick.
Oh yeah.
But I really think that's the kind of vibe we're going to get. I know there's not a lot of details, but what historical period are you hoping to see most of?
That's a tough one. I mean, I so on one hand, I do want it to be an adaptation of one of the game, or one of the games in the series or whatnot. So with the movie, obviously,
Let's
saw the movie.
The dark spot on the franchise, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea that they changed the setting completely. It wasn't a setting that was in the game with a brand new assassin and a brand new story, which I thought was a cool idea. I think there were so many other issues on that thing, though, that just didn't work.
Is not one of them.
He could not save it because he's a tremendous actor. He could not save that movie. And
yeah,
they took a shot because they went for an original story, an original assassin. But to me, I don't know if it'll be at first, but at some point we do need to see Altair. You need to see where the whole franchise started. The man was this cold assassin. He was built for, doing this, for destroying the Templars.
Right.
That, Ezio was always kind of the pretty boy, I'm going to go woo the women, and, he got like 3 games. I'm like, why? Like,
yeah.
Give us more Altair. Give us the hardcore assassin, and let's see him fight those the Templars. They would just menace you in the first one.
Yeah, exactly. And like me personally, I'm a huge Kenway fan, Edward Kenway. Like I think he's one of my favorite assassins.
That's a different too. It felt so cool.
Oh yeah, like the whole series just got super cool. And but yeah, I'm hoping to see more historical aspects of it too, because the movie failed on that aspect too. It was only like, say, 20 minutes out of the whole runtime took place during the Spanish Inquisition. So it was like the whole series isn't about that. Like you had the modern day stuff, which was in that weird, in the prison and everything, and him trying to break out, and I just didn't.
Another really good point, because when we're playing the games, Kevin, the most fun we have is when we get to dive into the animus and go into history.
Yeah.
Like nobody cares when you're playing as, I can't even remember the guy's name. Nobody cares when you're playing with his hooded sweater. Like I want to play as an assassin.
Exactly, and that's the fun part. That's what the series is all about. It's Assassin's Creed. Like, I mean, you have to have that element of it, or else it's not anything. But I think Netflix will nail it. From what I've seen of The Witcher and everything, it got the setting down. It got everything done really well. They're doing the Resident Evil stuff too.
I'm really looking forward.
Which is going to be great. And I feel like Netflix they give people money to make stuff, and they let the creatives make it, and they leave them alone and let them do their thing. And I think hopefully a fan grabs a hold of it, and whoever the creative is, loves the series, and they're going to create something really cool.
They have a good track record right now, so I think
they do
be in very good company having The Witcher already there, and which has already been greenlit for. I want to say it was even 2 seasons. It's already been 2 more. And I mean that's a hard game to nail, because it
really is
expansive. It's almost like I'm going to do a series on World of Warcraft. It could be anything, because The Witcher goes on missions and whatnot, and it still works. So Assassin's Creed similar, lots of missions, but there's still the core story. And
exactly.
I'm excited for it.
I think.
Oh man,
it's going to be great. I get excited for anything like new Assassins. I mean, I got my very first tattoo is an Assassin's Creed tattoo, and that's what I've always. I just love the series. Like, it's a great series, and so I have high hopes for Netflix doing it. Anyone watching or listening, please let us know what you think. Leave a comment. Let us know. We'll definitely love to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
You guys have.
What about does anything we talked about interest you about Assassin's Creed?
Definitely the historical setting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been history buff myself, so.
That's cool. And the cool thing about the series too is it gets into that war between the Assassins and the Templar, but it's not like an extremely bloody or like brutal game, really. It's just a fun, there's a lot of fighting and stuff, but it never gets to the point of, that's one thing I really like.
Yeah.
What's that?
More style than anything. Like,
yeah, it's more style.
Land that last blow on a Templar. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't see the blood and guts and everything. You see the stylish jump and then the theatrical kind of takedown, and then the guy's done.
Exactly. One thing I do wish, though, what's that?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. One thing I do like, kind of wish they do, though, is I wish they go back to Unity and Syndicate and do like remasters of them, because I know when they first launched, like there were so many issues with them, and I think they've patched them quite a bit. But I think like a really cool, like super modern remaster of those games would be great, because I think
with the remasters on there of quite a few of them, and they can even chunk them. Like,
yeah, exactly.
From 1 to 3 or 4, and then give us another chunk with that, the middle group of the games.
Right.
Black Flag again. I'd love to, play the. There was a spinoff too where you played as the.
Oh, Rogue. Yeah.
Rogue. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to play that again.
Dude, that'd be like so much fun, and even like, yeah, like I said, like Syndicate. Like I really love Syndicate. Like to me, like Evie and Jacob Fry are like two of my favorite. Like
designs in that game too. It's so
dude. So good, like, but it suffered a lot from like the rush development, and the gameplay wasn't up to par.
It kind of got people shaky about Assassin's Creed because
yeah, it did.
It was there, but it was the actual execution that made it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they switched to the 2-year instead of doing the annual games, which I think has helped out a lot. So
yeah, you don't want to fall into that Madden curse.
No, not at all. So yeah, definitely can't wait for that. Netflix starting, I don't know when. I don't know who's behind it, but we'll find out more news shortly.
Yeah.
Shortly. So let's talk about our next topic, which is something I know everybody has been waiting for and is super excited about. We are talking about Hubie Halloween 2, the return of Hubie Halloween. No, of course. Yeah, we're all excited for Hubie Halloween 2, but we are more excited about the return of The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, which starts Friday. So I'm not sure when you guys will see this or be listening to it, but for us, it comes out tomorrow, and we haven't been able to watch it yet. But yeah, are you guys excited? Of course, you're excited.
Yes. Yeah, and Disney Plus has been giving us
all the sharing.
Mandalorian comes out in 2 days.
Yeah, they're not going to let you forget.
We don't want to forget. We want to see what happens next. There's so much that can happen. And so I try to stay away from spoilers. Like I know who's kind of coming into the cast.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I'm trying to stay away because I want to be surprised.
I know, like that's going to be the problem. Like tomorrow, I won't be able to watch it till tomorrow night, maybe, if I'm lucky. So it's going to be a long day. Trying to avoid social media and everything like that. But yeah, I think I'm excited to watch it. I wish I can stay up till midnight and watch it first thing when it drops, to see what's going on. But I think it's obviously going to be awesome. Like I have no doubt about that.
Any cool rumors that you've heard that maybe aren't spoilerish? But...
No, I mean the only thing I've heard is obviously the stuff about Boba Fett. I was going to possibly being back, and like Ahsoka, and things like that. But the truth is, we don't really know anything about any of that. Like there was a rumor spreading about Ewan McGregor being seen on the set, which was true. But apparently what had happened was he was doing a fitting for his, because, the Obi-Wan shows are going to start filming next year. So apparently he was just on the set, just kind of hanging out, and they had all of his wardrobe there. So he was trying it all on, or at least that's the excuse he came up with. I mean, who knows? But that was a big thing. I don't think he's going to be in it, but
it's too far in the future, I think.
Yeah, it's too far in the future. You can't do that.
A cloak, by then.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for this new Star Trek series that's coming out. It's going to be great.
Star Trek.
So here's the deal. My son is sitting right here while I'm talking about this. So every time he's watching Star Wars, I'm do the stupid dad joke thing, and I'm like, "Oh, you're watching Star Trek?" Ha ha ha! And he hates it so much.
Kevin, are you a Star Trek fan?
Am I a Star Trek fan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do like Star Trek. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
When?
Okay, but wait. I didn't know that was a trap. Okay. So let's say Let's see.
In all honesty, I was watching Star Trek, the old series. I was watching some episodes last night. I'm not the biggest Star Trek fan, but I appreciate the stories and I appreciate what they did for their time. I love making fun of them because they're a bunch of old men in sweaters versus space, Jedi Knights with swords.
Right. Well, the only reason, so like it's kind of like a family thing for me. So like my grandpa was very like, he was a huge sci-fi guy. So like growing up, like I learned so much stuff like about like UFOs and all that, space stuff and like just super nerdy, cool stuff from him. So he watched, the original, and then he was watching the Next Generation. My dad watched it religiously. So it was kind of like I'd sit down like Sunday nights was always just like relax, watch Star Trek, The Next Generation, and just hang out with my dad, which was pretty cool. So like
I have a really, really soft spot in your memory, so you can be like, it's a good show,
Exactly.
We watched the old one. I'm not gonna lie, we do giggle and just get a really big hoot.
Oh, it's fun.
And that's what I know. So
yeah, the original series is fun. It's like you can't go in there like expecting 100% seriousness,
right,
like you just have fun with it. The cheese, it's great. It's all great.
That's what they knew back then, so you have to always remember that.
Yeah, and that was another massive show, by the way, that Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball were involved in. Yeah, they were actually it's actually, if you watch like the opening credits, it's a Desi, or like during the closing credits or something, it's a Desilu production, which was their production company, because they brought it out and they introduced the world to Star Trek. But that's a whole other episode we can do about Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz.
One, because right now we got to focus on everybody's favorite bounty hunter and their favorite.
Yes, we do. Everyone's favorite bounty hunter, the Mandalorian.
I think we all thought Boba Fett was amazing. When we saw the movie.
Oh yeah,
like the man. Yes, he died in a Sarlacc pit.
Of course he did.
He got killed by a blind Han Solo. But he looked badass doing it.
Oh, he always did. Yeah.
But with the Mandalorian, we actually got to see somebody do it. I think the biggest episode that did it for me was the jailbreak one.
The jailbreak one was
my favorite ones, actually, was the jail.
Yeah.
And where you got to see him take down everybody just systematically.
Yeah.
Like, this man is dangerous. I love
it. It was like Home Alone in space.
Yeah. When he pull a guy through the vents or do this and that. This man's no deal.
Yeah, that was amazing. And of course, it introduced the world to Baby Yoda, the child, whatever you want to call him.
Baby Yoda to me.
He's Baby Yoda. He's supposedly getting a name this season. That's one rumor I know.
Is it going to be like
his right? I don't know. His real name is going to be revealed, or that's what Favreau has said in interviews and stuff.
It could be Kevin.
It could be Kevin. I hope it's Kevin.
He's gonna be
amazing. My son wanted me to show you this.
Oh, let's see.
Because he's excited that he has it.
That is the character that really popped out of there, because I think all of us knew the armored Mandalorian was going to be cool. Nobody expected this little baby Yoda to come out.
No, not at all. Like when I first, people were like, early reviews were like, I tried to avoid them as much as possible, but I read the spoiler-free ones, and they were like, do not let anyone spoil what the show is. Like, do not just go into it like fresh, because no one knew about Baby Yoda. No one knew about any of that.
Into that episode, when you realized what the item was, and it was that.
Yeah, exactly. It's so cute. It's cute. Yeah, like it was and the world fell in love with them. And
yeah, and
so
I really liked the one episode every week. However, it does really cut down on the spoiler alerts when everybody's on the same page. Good point.
It does actually. I personally am I'm a big fan of the anticipation. So going from week to week, because if the Mandalorian all drops tomorrow, by the end of the weekend, you're going to be done with it and you'll be waiting for something else.
Yeah.
Spoilers, hardcore. Yeah.
The helmet, and you're like.
Exactly. So I don't know. I think the weekly release schedule is great. I think it's cool. It's going to keep everyone interested in keeping Disney Plus. I think a lot of people, I mean, it's funny. I was listening to some people talk about how they're reactivating their Disney Plus account right now because the Mandalorian's coming back.
A lot of people did that. They said after they, binged the first one, they're like, "Oh, I turned off Disney Plus." But there's a lot of good programming on Disney Plus.
There is a lot of good programming, and there's going to be a lot more.
There could, and there will be.
Oh, did you just real quick? Speaking of Disney Plus, did you hear about the Moon Knight?
Oh, I heard they cast Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight, which I think is, especially for like Disney Plus, like that's like a huge
killer. I've always thought that he could just step into that major role, and I mean, Moon Knight is like multi-personality superhero.
Exactly.
So, 3 characters in one.
That'll be great. I think it'll be great. But anyways, talk about more about that when it happens, when I see it. Hashtag when it happens. But yeah, Mandalorian, I'm sure we don't have to tell you guys. You guys probably already watched it by the time you see this. Who knows?
Comment, but no spoilers.
Yes, comment, no spoilers. Let us know what you thought. Let us give us your thoughts. That'd be great. Yeah. You guys have anything else to say about Mandalorian?
I'm just looking forward to it as a whole. What about you?
Yeah.
Just the vibe, the stories.
Like you said, the anticipation.
Yeah,
it's good Star Wars again.
Thank you. Can't wait.
Star
Trek.
It's redemption.
It's good Star Trek. Yeah.
What are you doing to me, Kevin?
Oh, Star Trek's great. Star Trek is great. You'll learn to love it.
You're gonna have to learn.
It's classic. You can't argue with it. It's one of those shows that's just like
so true. It paved the way.
It did. Yeah, it did.
Paved the way. Star Wars did it in the big blockbusters. Star Trek paved the way for sci-fi episodic television.
Yeah, well, I think too that Star Trek paved the way for Star Wars too. Like as far as Lucas's influences.
Well, and I had to play a part.
I had to play a part, I think, on that, like Battlestar Galactica, all those.
Hidden Fortress and everything. Also played a big part in Star Wars, but he had to got the space opera.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Who knows? Maybe we'll ask him one day.
Oh, I'd be up for that. Only if we get Adam Sandler first to talk.
Adam Sandler. Oh, so we have to get so we have to get Adam Sandler. We'll get Adam Sandler to make you guys to make our fans happy, and then we'll move to George Lucas.
I like it.
And my son's giving me the death stare right now, so we should probably start checking about something else. And they're handing me notes. They're just like,
what do we got?
This one's just you can't see it. It's just a hashtag for my daughter. And then this one you probably can't see, but this one is "This is the way" for my son. And my daughter is having a laughing fit on the floor right now. I apologize. So what happens when you try to podcast and you have kids?
It's totally fine. This is life, man.
Yeah, it's fun. What do you guys? Okay. Anyways, so yeah, please let us know what you guys think about anything we're talking about.
Hashtag, what are you talking about?
Hashtag, what are you talking about? Exactly. It's going to be a great time for everybody. All right. So I'm sorry. So let's move on to our final, we're going to talk about movie news that's happened this week in our kernels.
Popcorn kernels.
Section. Popcorn kernels.
So what
section.
What do we got? What do you think? You want me to go first?
Yes, please go first.
Okay, one I was very excited about, and I actually sent it to both of you today as soon as I saw it. One of my favorite comic book series that came out from Image, The Strange Talents of Luther Strode, has been optioned for a film.
Nice.
It's from Justin Jordan, Trad Moore, and the gist of it is you have this nerdy, skinny white dude that's not a hit with anybody. He's just there, and he looks at the back of a comic book and he sees like those Body by Atlas ads.
Oh yeah.
And he fills it out and does it, and what they send him turns him into this superhuman being.
Nice.
But also put them on the map to this organization that now knows he exists. So
that sounds really cool.
It's an amazing but bloody series. It is one of the most bloody series I've ever read. but it's absolutely amazing. Strange Talents of
Nice.
Road just announced today that it got options.
Very cool.
I've reached out to see if we can get more info on it. If we get more info, we will bring it right here to you on Pastrami Nation Popcorn.
Nice. That sounds really, really neat. How long has this series been out for? Has it been out for a while?
No, there were 3 arcs, and I want to say they've all happened within maybe like the last 5 or 6 years.
Oh, nice.
So it's relatively new. I'm a big fan of the artist and the writer. The artist, Chad Moore, he creates this very like kinetic feel in his fighting. Like when you see like somebody get punched in the face, like you see the imprints and like
nice,
super detailed. Jordan's such a fantastic writer. I followed so many books from him after Lucas Road. So see that news today. It's an awesome feeling. You know, we keep seeing comic book properties come to life. So
yeah,
here's another one.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, yeah, congrats to them. I'm excited to check it out. I'm going to check out the book for sure now. It sounds really cool. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that. When, like, you know, we were saying, if we hear more stuff, we'll definitely talk about it.
Absolutely.
Very cool. So today, actually, there was a couple pieces of horror kind of news that I wanted to talk about a little bit. So Insidious 5 is a go.
Saw that.
Finally.
He's
yes.
It.
Yes, Patrick Wilson directing it, his directorial debut. See how it goes, but I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be awesome. I don't think it has a release date at all yet, but you know, we were supposed to get Conjuring, I think, this year. Actually, I think we were supposed to have it around this time, but it got pushed back. So Conjuring 3 is coming out still too. But yeah, Insidious 5. So that's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, that'll be great with Patrick Wilson. And also a trailer, a teaser, very short teaser, second teaser they've had for Halloween Kills came out today. That's releases next year, October 15th, 2021. And of course, if you guys watched the 2018 reboot sequel to the series, this is just continuing the story from there. And are you guys Halloween fans? Michael Myers?
I enjoy it. I actually really enjoyed the last movie they had because it was that sequel. Oh, Kevin, we lost your photo. It was a connection to the previous films. And
yeah,
I like that. I mean, I like the Rob Zombie ones to an extent as well, but I love seeing it all tied together. So excited. Nice. What about you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love it. I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. I'm also a fan of I couldn't really get into the zombie versions too much. I felt like to me they kind of explained too much about who Michael Myers was, which I know is super weird to complain about, but it's like I like the idea of not knowing who he was, like not having too much backstory on him. You know what I mean?
Not a lot of backstory to that guy.
To what?
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Try to keep.
Friday.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Try to keep it as simple as possible. Even though I love Rob Zombie's movies, like that's the thing. I love like his Firefly trilogy, House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, 3 from Hell. Yeah, could have done without, but he's a good director. He's fun. Halloween franchise seemed right up his alley, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited for this new one. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we will be able to watch it when theaters open up really soon.
Oh, I did see another bit of news that came up for a movie I think we've all been kind of keeping an eye on, and that's the new Wonder Woman film.
Yes.
And DC is dead set on releasing it in December.
Man.
I think we're going to see it released in December. They really want to see it this year. So I know that's cutting it close because COVID is just still so rampant right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, the movie theater experience is so limited. Like, for many of us, we can't go to a theater where we live. Like, I know where we live, there's no local theater. Like, we have to go.
That's right.
You know, we have. But it's, you know, I do want to see the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's.
Oh, yeah, so do I.
But in what shape and form, I don't know. You know, is it going to end up getting a shared release with on demand?
I don't know, man. The way
Kevin was like, no.
I love being able to stay home and like staying safe and like watching movies at home, but like there are some things that I'm willing to wait for to come out at theaters to go watch them. Wonder Woman's one of those. Even the new James Bond movie is one of those.
Black Widow is one of them for me.
Black Widow, yeah.
Up on the big screen.
Yes.
Yeah. Like that's how I want to watch it. And if they keep delaying it, like, yeah, it kind of sucks. I'm probably going to complain about it and talk about how much it sucks. But in reality, like I'll wait to go watch it when theaters open. Like,
it's created such a weird dynamic this year, and it actually brings up a piece of news that came out last week, but I think it's worth bringing up.
Yeah.
So we didn't have Black Widow, and
right
hasn't hit yet. And a lot of superhero movies got delayed this year. Do you know what that means? It means that Sonic the Hedgehog is the #1 grossing superhero movie for this year.
That is insane.
I thought it was a fun movie, but it's just so odd, right? Like,
that is so weird.
Sonic the Hedgehog is right now the top grossing superhero movie of 2020.
Wow. That is insane. I didn't think about that. Actually, I didn't see that.
It's actually a fun movie. You liked it too, right? Yeah, real fun.
Yeah, I really liked Sonic. I thought it was actually really great. Yeah, I thought it was great, but it is weird that it's the only. What's that?
I wouldn't classify it as like superhero. Yeah, I understand that he's
a
hero, but like when I think superhero, I think capes and stuff like that.
Yeah, no.
Thor and
right.
Wonder Woman and Black Widow and stuff like that.
That's so bizarre.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
You're not gonna be able to sleep at night tonight.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not. Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's insane. Yeah. So let's talk about one. Yeah, let's get off that subject. Let's talk about. I know you guys are all, or at least Nolan. I know you, Rebecca. I'm pretty Saved by the Bell fans.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Did you guys watch the new trailer? What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for the reboot show?
I'm really
What'd you
excited.
think? What'd you think of that trailer?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
It was so cool because you got to see little shades of like the Zack Attack.
Right.
Friends Forever tour in that episode. You got to see Zack, which was super cool because they haven't shown him in the trailer.
Right.
And news leaked that Lark Voorhees, who played Lisa, is going to be at least guest on the show. So
that's cool.
Oh yeah, I'm thrilled for it, man. It looks super good. It's now officially coming out in November.
Nice.
Don't have to wait long. We're going to be doing a popcorn about Saved by the Bell.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. I grew up watching it and I love it, and yeah, I'm excited for the reboot too. I think it's going to be great.
Who's
it's
your
going to be
favorite
awesome. Zach was always my favorite. I know, like either Zach. I did like Lisa as well. Thought Lisa was cool. I mean, AC Slater. Like, Kelly Kapowski was cool. They were all cool. Like it's super hard to pick a favorite, but like Zach was just the one that like you want to be Zach when you were like his age, like throughout the series, middle school and high school. Like, who didn't want to be Zach Morris, like the coolest kid in school?
I always rooted for Slater because I always, he was the new kid. He was the, kind of outsider all the time, and
right,
find his place in the world. I was always like, oh, this guy's pretty cool, But in the college years, I liked their counselor. What's his name? Bob Golick.
Oh yeah. He was cool.
He was great. He
was really great.
Huge. Yeah. And yes, I've watched every episode of Saved by the Bell. Just not the new class.
Good. It's not the new class. Yeah. New class is kind of.
Draw a line.
But so what's that?
You have to draw a line somewhere.
Exactly. So what, the Saved by the Bell reboot's coming to Peacock?
Peacock, yeah.
Peacock, right?
Check out Peacock is actually a really decent streaming service. You can do it for free, which is what I'm doing. You get to sit through maybe a minute and a half of ads every 15, 20 minutes. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. You can find really amazing, series and movies, Monk's on there, Sykes on there, really horrible movies like that Bigfoot movie that Jason reviewed a while back. They're all on there. So if you haven't given it a shot, go check out Peacock. It's really cool, and you can get it on your video game systems too.
Yeah, it's great. My wife and I have been using it, and yeah, I love it. The commercials are a little bit. My wife is like going on her Harry Potter binge every year. She has her streaming Harry Potter binge. It's so weird watching it with commercials, though. It's like,
oh, that's true.
I know
that's
it's
odd because I usually watch TV series. So, like, if I'm watching like Psych, there's always going to be a commercial anyway, so it feels natural.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just kind of weird watching like a movie that I love with just. I mean, it's just like watching it on TV. So, like, obviously, I've done that a million times, but it's weird watching it on an app with commercials because you're not ready for the commercials.
Right, but I think they do it well compared to like Hulu.
Yeah.
Hulu used to really bug me with their ads. I feel Peacock does a pretty good job of it. So
it does. The commercials are super short, and yeah, so it's good. Yeah, so definitely look out for that November. That'd be awesome. Did you guys have any other movie news or anything you guys were interested in talking about?
Harry Potter movie then.
My favorite Harry Potter movie is Prisoner of Azkaban.
I'll just say same.
Say what? Same?
Yeah, I've only seen 2 Harry Potter movies. So that's it. Yeah.
You're stressing him out.
It was only 1 and 2. I liked them, but Rebecca's not a big fan of Harry Potter, so I never.
Don't pay attention.
I'm not a big. I wasn't a big fan of it at the time, just because I was like, oh, there's other things, But the second one was super dark, and I really liked it was able to do that in a fantasy setting.
Yeah.
It's just finding the time to do it.
Yeah.
That's been the thing, right? How do we find the time to do everything?
I hear you. Like, it is hard with all this content, everything going on at once. Yeah. Harry Potter's a massive series too. I mean, massive. You can, get through it in a decent amount of time, but once you hit like Azkaban, Prisoner of Azkaban, then it's just like this roller coaster, and you'll love it.
Yeah, you have to get past the first 2 movies.
Oh, I
yes.
Kevin now too.
What's that?
I have a question for you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Harry Potter or Supernatural?
Oh, Supernatural.
Without question.
Okay.
I watched the first, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 seasons of Supernatural. I absolutely love it. I love the whole rhythm of it. I love the feeling of it. I love the cast. The family of monster hunters.
Get to watch to the end of season 5 at least, because that's where the main arc goes to. So like they had it designed for a 5-season arc, and they did a 5-season arc. But then they were like, as soon as they did it, they were like, we want to keep going. So they went another 10 years. But like the first 5 seasons, I tell everybody, like, those are like, that's the show. Like, it sounds weird, but like that's the core, the heart of the show. And then after that, it's still excellent and really good. But like the first 5 seasons are incredible.
Amazing. The best music, the best everything. It all works so well.
Yeah.
And the actors, the 2 main guys, they play off each other so well. And then every little bit of cast that you bring together in there, they all fit. And that's something else we got to talk about on another episode. We need to talk about the end of Supernatural.
I will cry on air.
You'll just turn the camera off like you're doing.
I will cry. Oh, here's a quick piece of trivia. So in the show, Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays their dad. But originally they were going for Bruce Campbell to play their dad. But he couldn't do it for one reason or another. So they went with Jeffrey Dean Morgan because he was there.
Oh.
Yeah. Bruce Campbell would have been amazing. So,
but Negan, like,
yeah, exactly. I mean, he did a really great job too. Like he's their dad. Like, to me, like, I can't see anyone else as their dad, but it's a cool piece of trivia. Yeah, that would have been cool. So yeah, we'll definitely do a Supernatural episode. We have to. I mean, I got my shirt on already and everything, so might as well. And that was another show Ted Raimi guest starred in, which was super cool. So yeah, he was in a season 4 episode. Anyways, tell us all what you think about Supernatural before we talk about Supernatural.
Absolutely. Let us know your thoughts on it, and if you think if it should have continued.
Yeah.
If you're happy with the way that it's going to go out, and if you're going to follow the actors on any of their other projects like Walker, Texas Ranger, or The Boys, which they're both going on.
Yes, they're both doing really cool stuff. So see how it goes. But we will have See, we're coming up with ideas while we're talking.
We have to do a episode.
Star Trek.
Yep.
Maybe
Star Trek. Yeah.
Of course, Harry.
Harry Potter. We can do it. We got it all. We'll talk about it. We don't want anyone stealing our genius ideas.
No, but you do have something coming up pretty quick, right, Kevin? You have a pretty cool unboxing, I believe.
I do. So recently picked up something that I had been looking. It's only been out for a couple weeks, but was kind of waiting for the right time to be able to get it, afford it, things like that. It was on sale, so I got it. But this is I don't know if you can see it.
There we go.
Friday the 13th box set. Has every single movie of the series in it. It's got a really cool box art too. Like you can't see it.
There we go.
Too many faces. Yeah, this is one of my favorite things though. Just I don't know why. It's just so cool. Like that's just super cool. But yeah, there's a full unboxing. We talk about the box, take them all out one by one, kind of check out just like the different covers and everything. They got really cool reversible covers too, which is pretty cool. So you can.
That looks like. I mean, when I'm buying this, that plays a big part. How it's going to look on the shelf, how it looks when you take it out.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, it's really cool. We'll definitely, that video should be coming out shortly. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely, it'll be cool. So yeah, did you guys have anything else, or are you guys
just ready for the next one so we can talk? We got all these other things to talk about. So yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, definitely. Well, definitely. Everyone, check out pastramination.com for all of your movie news, reviews, all that fun stuff. You can also find us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest.
Yeah, Pinterest.
And YouTube.
Yep.
We have all those cool things. What's that?
The home of popcorn on YouTube.
The home of popcorn, yep, on YouTube. Feel free to check us out. So sorry, my daughter is being crazy. Thank you guys so much and have a good night.
All right, have a good night, everyone.
See you guys.